Hey folks, and welcome to Pixil's evolution of Gran Turismo games 1997 through 2023. Polyphony's Gran Turismo series has been the pinnacle of realistic racing games for 26 years now. Not only have the driving physics always been top-notch, but the graphics have been absolutely unbeatable in the racing sim genre for every game generation since the PlayStation 1 console back in the 90s. Although the series has had a few different spin-off titles over the years, we are going to focus on the 5 best example games that made the biggest leaps in gaming technology that best drove the series forward. Beginning with the game that started it all was the very first Gran Turismo from 1997. When I first played this game back on a demo console in a Walmart back in 97, I was truly astounded by this absolutely amazing looking game for the time. The semi-realistic way that cars handled and appeared were like nothing I had seen before in a video game. This title contains 140 cars with 11 tracks. And of course the biggest shocker was the incredible looking graphics that no other racing game could touch at the time. I also immediately fell in love with the awesome replays in the game showing several detailed cars racing all at once, which was actually quite groundbreaking stuff back then. The next step up in gaming tech was Gran Turismo 3 A-Spec from 2001. This entry took the series into the PS2 console generation and once again blew the competition out of the water in all aspects. The simulation-grade handling really started to become more apparent and a bigger factor in how you actually controlled your car, especially in hairpin turns. This title has 181 cars with 34 tracks. As to be expected, the overall graphics detail took quite a leap forward as well, with higher resolution textures and higher polycount models, with better lighting effects and rendering as well. The higher detailed replays were even more impressive now as well, with the more detailed environments with better lighting and reflections. The next generation brought us Gran Turismo 5 in 2010. This game was a huge jump in realism, bringing the series into the full HD era of the PlayStation 3 console. It was this generation where the graphics details began reaching the near photorealistic levels that we love so much. The driving physics also had major improvements in realism as well. This was the first GT title in the series to have over 1,000 different cars and over 80 tracks. Another GT first in this game was having fully detailed interiors in the vehicles, so now a true cockpit view was available to drive from to further enhance the driving realism. Visible damage to the body of the vehicles was first added in GT5 as well and remained a feature on all games going forward. With the major graphics overhaul, the awesome replay started looking more like actual race footage at this point. The next bump up came with Gran Turismo Sport from 2017. Although this title wasn't technically part of the main GT series, it was the only GT title that was released for the next-gen PS4 console during the console's primary lifespan. This not being a complete release per se means that it contains significantly less vehicles than its more whole predecessor titles at only 338 cars, but it did still have over 80 tracks however. What this title did achieve successfully was further progressing the car and track graphic details utilizing the extra horsepower of the PS4 console. Vehicle handling was improved to be a bit more realistic as well. As you can see from the now even better replays, the graphics and environments are very close to photorealism. Next is the most recent title in the series. We have Gran Turismo 7 from 2022. This current generation release once again dropped the jaws of racing game fans everywhere, and it was the actual first main series game release in nearly a decade, so it was an extremely highly anticipated release. There's currently over 460 exquisitely detailed cars in the game and still growing with each game update that comes out. There are also 40 equally high detailed tracks currently and growing along with the updates as well. With this all-modern PS5 generation Gran Turismo title, GT7 has many features and options that no previous entries have possessed. Some of these features include a more in-depth vehicle customization garage that goes way beyond the limitations of its predecessors. At this point, the Gran Turismo series has finally achieved fully photorealistic graphics with spot-on vehicle simulation handling as well, as you can see in the very lifelike replays here. All in all, over the last 26 years, the Gran Turismo series has absolutely dominated the sim racing genre in terms of sheer realism, providing us fans unmatched digital enjoyment. Well, there you have it folks. I hope you liked this video, and if you have, make sure to hit that subscribe button.